Okay, so hi everyone. Hello. You guys are live with me on YouTube. Say hi to YouTube. Great. So we have around 70 guys in the class. I think few guys are joining. Okay, so let me share my screen and then we will start the class. Okay. Okay. Hello. Hi everyone. So let's start. So we'll just hold on. Okay, so hi everyone. So welcome to CCNA CCNP batch. Okay, so let me give my introduction about this batch and about myself also, if anybody don't know. Okay, so this is going to be live batch, and this is what we call CCNA plus CCNP and RC. Okay, so this is CCNA plus CCNP and RC. I hope okay, so CCNA. So first of all, we are going to start with the very basic course, which is called CCNA. Okay, it's not that basic, but yes, I still call this. This is going to be the basic program. Okay, so where you understand about network fundamentals. Okay, so if you heard about network fundamentals like OSI model. Okay, so we will be going to learn subnetting. Okay, so we are going to learn about how to configure router for the first time. Okay, so how to configure a router for the first time. Then we will learn about routing. Okay, because router does like how routers talk to each other. They do routing. Okay, so we are going to learn routing part. After that, we are going to learn about switches. Okay, in the switches, we learn about switching. Okay, we learn about switches. Okay, and after that, there are few topics which will be asked in interviews. Okay, like in routing, we have a topic called OSPF. Just hold on. These notifications are disturbing me. Okay, I think that's better. कैमरा कुमरा ठीक है ना भाई? हाँ, सो थोड़ा सेटिंग चेंज किया इस बार कि तुम्हें दिखना चाहिए मैं पढ़ा रहा हूँ कि कोई वीडियो नहीं चल रही है पीछे. ओके. हम्म. Okay, so switch OSPF we are going to learn in in CCNA, we are going to learn about overview. Okay, after that, we learn about topics like NAT, which is very, very important topic in CCNA, which is called the network address translation. Then we learn about ACL. Okay, what is ACL? Access control list. Like how to block websites, how to block anyone from accessing the website like Facebook, Gmail and all. Okay, but we are going to learn in the router. Okay, so CCNA and CCNP, what we are learning here. Okay, so what CCNA, CCNP we are learning here. So they are completely on Cisco routers and switches. Okay, so but if you learn the program very well, okay, if you understand the course, if you clear the quiz, okay, so what we are going to offer you Juniper course for complimentary. Okay, so there is a program JNCIA, okay, which is worth approx like if you take training in outside the market, I think it's around 30,000 to 40,000 training. But yeah, videos I'm not sure, but yes. So basically, we are not charging anything. If you join this batch, we will give you JNCIA, okay, after end of the batch, okay. So it means when you learn CCNA, CCNP from me, and when you learn from Juniper course from the videos, what we will give you, then you will have a better resume. So you can say that this is me, this is CCNA. I know. You will write, okay, I know CCNA topics. You know about CCNP, then you write about CCNP topics, and then you can add JNCIA also. So this will be a resume, and you are going to write all these skills. ये जितनी भी skill हम यहाँ पढ़ेंगे ना, all these skills you are going to add in your resume. That's why you are joining this course. Okay. So whatever topics you learn, try to always update your resume once a week or twice a week. And whatever you learn, like suppose in the first few classes, we are going to learn about OSI model, subnetting. So these topics you should add in your resume. Okay, if you already added, then it's good. Okay, so now let's talk about, so many people get confused and they ask my admission counselors also. Okay, so what is the difference between NRC and NCore? There is another module which is called NCore. Okay, so I would recommend, if you are not on tight budget, then go for all CCNA, CCNP, NRC and NCore. Okay, but some people want to learn firewall. That's why we made a combo, another combo, CCNA plus CCNP NRC plus firewall, like Palo Alto firewall. Okay, because if we add all the courses, then the length of the course will be very much. Also, the fee would be much than what is currently. Okay, so that's why what we are giving you. So the step one, just learn this CCNA plus NRC with me. So why NRC? Because I'm taking an RC this time. Okay, in some batches I take CCNA plus CCNP and core. In some batches I take CCNA plus CCNP and RC. So CCNA is all about mixed topics, like these topics what I told you here. So these are going to be the mixed topics in CCNA. And in RC, you are going to learn much in detail about OSPF, about BGP, about MPLS, about DMVPN. Okay, and little bit of like other EIGRP or some basic other topics. Okay, but these going to be the 4 or 5 very important in detail courses. Okay, so we are going to spend, if you talk about hours, because people call months. Okay, the course is 2 months, 3 months, but I'm telling you the number of hours we are going to deliver. Okay, I'm going to deliver. So approximately this batch is going to be 100 plus hours. Okay, so some days we will do 2 hours. Okay, sometimes we will do 3 hours also. Okay, because some topics are very lengthy. Okay, I have to stretch till 3 hours. Okay, so that's why. Just hold on. I'm coming. I'll take your questions also, don't worry. And if anybody is typing in the chat, I am not reading right now. Okay. Okay, so now we got to know whether you go for CCNA and core and RC, does not matter. At the end of the day, you have to clear both exams. Okay, so once you clear both NRC plus NCore, okay, then you can become CCNP certified as well. Okay, so don't worry about, okay, that I should go for NCore or NRC. Okay, so you are in the right place. Whether you learn NRC, whether you learn NCore, it does not matter. Okay, so NCore has lot of topics like CCNA, like because CCNA also has a lot of topics, and core also has a lot of topics, but NCore and CCNA, they are not in very much detail. बहुत ज्यादा डिटेल में आप OSPF नहीं पढ़ते. You do not learn OSPF in detail. You do not learn BGP, MPLS, DMVP, and EAGRP in detail. You only learn in detail in the NRC module. Clear, everyone? Raise hand if you understand this. Okay, great. Even though only one guy raised, so I said great. Because we can't force anyone to raise hand every time. Yeah? Okay. Okay, so now let's talk about so that schedule of this batch. Okay, what is going to be the schedule right now? It's Monday and Tuesday. So why I'm not teaching 5 days, let me tell you. So maybe the first, because this is a combo CCNA plus NRC, right? CCNP and RC. So CCNA, you will be able to digest, you will be able to understand in 5 days also. But once we finish our CCNA topics, then we will jump to an RC. Then it would be very difficult for you to learn 5 days a week. Okay. So that's why I keep it very simple, Monday, Tuesday. Okay. Sometimes if I do not take any class on Monday or Tuesday because of some issue, okay, then I can take that class on Wednesday or Thursday. Be little flexible, guys. Okay. So, but yes, classes will be Monday, Tuesday. Or if I do not take any class on Tuesday or Monday, then we will cope up in the Wednesday. Okay. If I have to take any extra class, maybe if some of you are not able to understand the topic, maybe I can take extra classes also. Okay, or maybe I can ask someone to deliver that on behalf of me. But yes, Monday and Tuesday, the timing will be 9:30 p.m. so that most of working professionals will be able to join. Pooja, this is around 5 to 6 months course. So obviously, we are putting a lot of effort. So obviously this is not free. Somebody is asking, is this free? Nothing is free in this world if you are good at something. Yeah, great. I'm just honest. Okay, so it's like this is job for me. So obviously we have to charge to run our company. But yes, YouTube has a lot of content. I think 30% of my CCNA, CCNP content is also available on YouTube. But if you need 100%, yes, then the live batches are there to attend. Okay. So Monday, Tuesday, 9:30 p.m., 5 to 6 months, minimum 4 months. But minimum is 4 to 5 months, but it can go to 6 months. And if you do not attend this batch this time, my next batch will be in April 2024. I'm just telling you honestly. So if you have time, if you feel like, yes, I can attend this batch, join this batch, it is going to be awesome because by April 2024, you will be able to finish this courses, CCNA plus CCNP and RC. Okay. So now let me tell you, the CCNA, CCNP and RC is not the only courses to become a network engineer. Okay. So how many of you want to see the roadmap, how the future is going to be for network engineers? Raise hand. In camera actually. कुछ पुराने लोग भी दिख रहे हैं मुझे यार. तुम फिर आगे. Actually, they did CCNA and core. I think that's why. Okay, great. Okay, so let me give you the roadmap. देखा, मैंने कहा था ना मेरी इंग्लिश भी हिंदी जैसी है. आ रही है ना समझ? है ना, मैं कहा था तुम्हें. तुम्हें अभी टेंशन हो रखी थी इंग्लिश, पता नहीं मैं अंग्रेजों की तरह बोलूंगा। इट्स गोइंग टू बी वेरी सिंपल, प्लेन इंग्लिश, ओके। Weekend batch is not available right now, but yes, we do have other trainers. But if you want to attend my batch Monday, Tuesday right now, okay, so let me give you the roadmap. So roadmap kya hai? Let's see. What is the roadmap for network engineers in 2024? Okay, see, right now you are here and you are learning CCNA. Then it is going to be CCNP. Okay, it is going to be NRC or NCore. Okay, do not see, you have to do NRC and core both if you want to get certified in CCNP. Okay, so that's the whole point. Okay, so after that, you are going to learn about firewalls. So firewalls, like there are a lot of firewalls, but right now you understand that I have to learn firewalls. Okay, so this is going to be the first milestone, then second. And after that, you can enter into the cloud world. Okay, and there is additional program like SD-WAN you can attend here. After that, you can go for the cloud courses like Azure 500 and 700. They are a pretty amazing courses we have. This is to learn about cloud security. And after that, you are going to learn about various technology which is going to be in demand. That is called network as a service, NAS, and then SaaS. Okay. And maybe people can go for NAS and SaaS and also can move to the network automation. Okay. And here we call high paid network engineer. Highly paid network engineer. Okay. So here, if you are in India, it is going to be with experience. You can go up to 50 lakhs, more than that also. But with experience, you can't get 50 lakhs as a fresher. But yes, after 4 5 years, if you attend the full roadmap, you will be on very high package. You will be on high salaries. And in USA, it would be more than 200,000, 150,000 to 200,000. Okay, so this is going to be the roadmap if you want to become the network engineer in right now. Okay, so in what we call 2023 and 2024. Okay, there are a lot of courses. I cannot write everyone, but I'm just giving the basic fundamental. Okay, there is no AI. There is no AI, machine learning, data science. Okay, they are not related to this field. So do not add anything in this. Okay, it's like they are completely different tracks. If you want to learn DevOps, we do have DevOps, we have cybersecurity, we have a lot of courses. You can check with team, but I'm talking about specifically for the network engineers, network security engineers, cloud security engineers. Okay. So this is going to be the roadmap. So right now you are here. Okay. So you guys are going to learn about CCNA, CCNP, and RC. So once you finish NA, NP, and RC, then you can join Encore plus Firewall. After that, you learn about Azure AZ 500. And within just 1 or 2 years, you will be having the best knowledge. Okay, so we are engineers, and so we will be giving you all the latest knowledge, what is there in the market. Okay, so just 5 minutes overview if you don't know me. नहीं तो पता चले बैच हो गया और पूछ रहे हैं यार ये टीचर कौन था। जो जानते अच्छी बात है भाई, तुम ब्रेक ले लो। Okay, so this is me, Atul Sharma. So basically, uh, I started my career in 2011 after graduating after engineering. Okay. So I got a lot of certifications like CCNA, CCNP, Juniper certifications. Then I got about some basic firewalls, newbie. So it means a lot of certification, but the popular ones are CCNA, CCNP, JNCIA, and JNCIP. Okay. So I'm training people from last 11, 12 years. Okay. I have trained almost thousands of students almost. Okay, so I have trained a lot of students international also, and so I started my career with this company called Arisent, okay, which is now called Capgemini. So I worked there for quite long as a network engineer, and my work was this OSPF, BGP, MPLS, all these things. Okay, I was in South Africa. I was in Middle East for my on-site projects. So I was in Johannesburg. I was in Dubai also. So I traveled two, three countries, not too many. But yes, because of this job, I visited many places. So then I joined Tata Consultancy Services. Then I worked as a network administrator, but after 1 year approx, I switched to corporate trainer. I have delivered a lot of corporate trainings in the TCS and trained almost 3,000 plus students or what we call fresher students and experienced students in TCS. Then I worked in Apple as a network engineer. Okay, I was sitting in Gurgaon office for some time and I was handling their OSPF, BGP, troubleshooting, implementation projects. Okay, and then I went to Juniper Networks as advanced stack engineer. So advanced stack engineer क्या होता है? What is stack engineer? Technical assistance center. These are, I would say, these are good paying jobs, not high paying jobs. These are pretty good paying jobs. Because if you suppose you work for any company and if you do not resolve any issue, you escalate that issue to Cisco, है ना? तो अगर आपसे सॉल्व नहीं हो रहा केस या इशू तो क्या करोगे आप सिस्को को बोलोगे है ना so if you do not resolve issue you go to Cisco and their engineers solve your problem so those engineers are called TAC engineers. Okay, so that's why I said that I worked in an advanced TAC team. So advanced TAC team was like global escalation team like L1 L2 L3 so L3 L4 something L3 so we are on the top level. I have heard a lot of we try to handle a lot of escalations and there were some super amazing team lot of people. I have not seen anyone in Juniper Networks like average guy, so mostly everyone is extraordinary. So when I worked with Juniper I got to know okay, yeah, this is the type of knowledge I want in life. And trust me, getting into Juniper, getting into Cisco, getting into any good company is like you proud of yourself that you have achieved something. And in this batch, obviously, I cannot give you my 11 years, but yes, I can give my knowledge, what I have gained in those 11 years. Okay. So, uh, so I think within 5, 6 months, I'll be sharing the topic knowledge plus my industry experience, what we learned and all. Okay, obviously this batch is specific to Cisco. I cannot teach you Juniper. I cannot teach you, okay, let's go and deep dive into Nexus. Okay, but yes, as I promised, so if you attend this batch very well, we will give you Juniper videos for complimentary. Okay, and if you are good at CCNA, you are good at CCNP, if you are good at Juniper, if you learn little bit of firewalls, you will be the best guy in the market. ठीक है तो बहुत मजा आएगा तुम्हें अगर एक्चुअल में ये रोड मैप फॉलो करोगे जो दिखाया तुम्हें. Okay, if you follow this roadmap, then you are done. You do not have to worry about your future. Because if you just stuck yourself to CCNA, CCNP, it is like, okay, you are in some companies you are safe, but you have to update yourself with the time. तो अगर आप सोच रहे हो CCNA, CCNP करके खत्म इसके बाद कुछ नहीं करना है तो गलत हो. Okay, so you have to learn CCNA, CCNP, then firewalls, SD-WAN. This life is all about learning. Okay, if you stop learning, your growth is stuck, right? बहुत हो गया गुरु वाला ज्ञान. चलो जी अब करते हैं बैच शुरू. Okay, so Yes, to get your CCNP certification, you have to clear both exam. Okay. So any questions, guys? If you have any relevant question related to the course, related to anything before we start, because we have a lot of time. Don't worry. I'm not in hurry to finish this batch. This is the only good thing. There are a lot of good things, but this is the most important good thing, that I'm not running to finish the course. Okay. You guys can raise hand in camera, then I can unmute you. Okay, Gaurav. Yes, Gaurav.
हाय अतुल, तो मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि
हम्म।
लैब आप ही कराओगे ना?
6 महीने में से ना 4 महीने हम लैब ही करने वाले हैं भाई।
हाँ, मतलब लैब करनी थी। और दूसरा
हाँ,
मेरा
तो
क्वेश्चन
इट्स
था
अ
कि
मिक्स ऑफ, it's a mix of like 70 per, see, only lab is also not going to help us to clear interviews, right? Suppose if I teach you OSPF lab only, but if the interviewer is asking you, okay, tell me what is going inside that packet. Okay, so theory plus lab both are important. Okay, yeah. What next question?
ओके।
Yeah, Gaurav.
ओके, माय नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, जैसे अपन आर्किटेक्ट डिजाइनिंग करते हैं ना, सॉल्यूशन डिजाइनिंग, उसके
Mm-hmm.
रिगार्डिंग आप कुछ एक्सप्लेन करेंगे? जैसे हम
Yes,
एनआरसी
see,
के बारे में।
definitely. So his question is all about designing networks and all. Obviously, see, that's a different track which is called design professional, CC design professional. But yes, I'll teach you. After the end of the batch, you will understand, okay, why we place 2 routers in a company. Okay, so let me show you my screen. हाँ आ रहा हूँ मैं, इसी का क्वेश्चन विवेक, आई विल कम बैक, जस्ट होल्ड ऑन। सो ये कई बार क्या होता है ना, सबके क्वेश्चन लेके बहुत अच्छी चीजें पता चलती है तुम्हें। Okay, now when you understand, when you finish this batch, how good networks you will be able to configure. So first of all, after mid of the batch, not even completion of the batch, you will come to know, okay, why we have 2 routers in a company, why we have switches, okay, why all switches are connected to some core switches. Okay, so what are switches? Where we connect computers. Okay, so we connect office laptops, computers with the switches and Wi-Fi, right? So we can connect a Wi-Fi device, access point, and this laptop, mobile phone, they can connect with this Wi-Fi, and that Wi-Fi device is connected to switches. So these all switches connected to some core switches. Okay, like this, multiple links, so that if one connection fail, एक केबल अगर डाउन होता है तो दूसरे से चले जाएंगे. ओके, यू हैव मल्टीपल कनेक्शंस बिटवीन स्विचेस एंड स्विचेस. Okay, and these switches are then connected to routers. So this one router, we call this gateway also. So routers are called as a gateway also, because you are going outside your network. That's why this is what we call gateway. बाहर जाने का रास्ता, going outside is called gateway. Okay, so now this router will be connected with ISP. So like ISP1, and this will be connected with ISP2, ISP1, ISP2. Okay, what is ISP? Internet Service Provider. So after half of the batch, you will be able to do this lab without any support, because I'll be going to finish these topics very well. Okay, so just you need to revise your content again and again. And for that, we will be giving you recordings of every live class. Okay, so आपको recordings मिलेंगी, you will get recordings of the class, and every time you go and revise the topics, you do not have to worry about notes. I will share all the notes. Okay, so let me show you the lab access, what you all going to get. 6 महीने का lab access मिलेगा आपको. You do not have to install anything in your laptop. You just open the website. You go and log in with your credentials. Okay, you will get username, password very soon. I think if you have not got it, my support team is going to share that password with you very soon. Sign in. So you can see lot of labs. So what is the best thing about networking? You get a lot of labs here. Okay, I've seen lot of local centers. First of all, 90% people, they do not give labs. Okay. And if some companies are giving lab access, they just give one topology. So what do you mean? What do I mean by one topology? Suppose they have one lab. तो जैसे कोई लैब है, okay, so this is the lab I was talking about. You can see we have the same design. दिख रहा है आपको? Yes. So this batch is going to help you to understand these things. Okay, so you can see we have one router here, and this is connected to ISP1. This is connected to ISP2. So we have some computers here which we are going to understand VLANs and all. So ये switch है यहाँ पे. So this is a switch. This is another switch. Switches are connected to core switches. And there is a double link here, what is called ether channel, link bundling. So we are going to learn about link bundle. We are going to learn about OSPF. So this is, I'm talking about the CCNA level of topics we are going to learn. But after that, we are going to learn a lot of advanced topics also. Okay, so let me show you. So this is one of the lab, and we have like almost 100 plus labs like this. You can go and practice any lab in our labs. Okay, so let me show you another guide. So the best part in networkings, that some labs are very, very powerful. Like if you are at routing, suppose, and if you are learning about my BGP classes, you can see lot of labs. Yeah, दिख रहा है सभी को? Okay, so in every lab you will see some content. Additionally, see CCNA, I'll be giving you the labs obviously, but you have to prepare for that labs. But in CCNP, I'll be giving you lab guide also, because CCNA is all about small labs, small topics. I'll be creating notes with you. So मैं एक दिखा रहा हूं तुम्हें कि कैसे होगा हमारा बैच. Okay, so these are going to be the notes. Okay, so you will be getting all these notes. I'll be creating in front of you. I'm not giving you some old notes. I'll be creating all the notes in classes. So you can see we learn about network fundamentals. Okay, so we learn about IP addressing. We learn about router configuration. So ये देखो पूरा है router के बारे में. Okay, so you can zoom in also. You can open the. You can see all the router. This is the model number and all. Okay, how to log in into the router, what cable we have to use and all, and how we are going to access the router. We will use packet tracer initially. We will give you lab access, networking's lab access also. तो ऐसे करके देखो पूरी commands भी लिखी मैंने यहाँ पे. Okay, I've shared all the commands, what commands you have to enter in a router so that you become a proper hands-on experience. You will get the proper hands-on experience कि आपको पता चल रहा है कि हाँ ये this is what we have to configure, and lot of topics are in detail like ARP. So how ARP work? So who is expert, by the way? Expert with very advanced knowledge, or the expert who is expert in basics? What do you think? Expert कौन है जिसको बेसिक्स बहुत अच्छे से आते हैं या जिसको बस एडवांस टॉपिक्स आते हैं? So the real expert is someone who understand basic in advanced level. Clear? So we have to learn about all these ARP, how actually ARP works, how the ARP functions. Okay, so what is going inside the ARP? So we are going to learn a lot of things about troubleshooting, about lot interview preparation questions. Okay, what is TTL? Because and lot of people ask, okay, how trace route works. So we are going to discuss lot of interview questions. We are going to discuss about lot of headers also, like TCP header, UDP header. So a totally And we are going to learn these kind of big labs also, as I mentioned. ये देखो, so I'll be sharing this all configuration. So I do not have to say anything now. I think that's enough. You trust me, and I trust you that you are going to study little. Okay. So if you do not study very well, then my efforts are not going to help you. Okay. So 50% is my effort, 50% is yours, and 100% success is on you. Yeah. सही बोल रहा हूँ. So syllabus is too lengthy. So just go and check Cisco website. Mostly everything what Cisco is telling, what we have in the CCNA, CCNP and Enarsi, I think we will be covering more topics. Some topics are not in the syllabus. I'll be covering that. So the whole agenda of this batch is to give you the right knowledge, and this is why I'm here. Okay. So अभी हम करते हैं कुछ यार, पढ़ लेते हैं कुछ, लगना चाहिए कि कुछ क्लास अटेंड करिए, है ना. Very basic class today because it's not going to be very advanced today, but let's start with very basic network fundamentals. Okay, so what is network? Like if two or more computers are connected together, that's a network, right? So let me show you. Okay, earlier, yeah. So how? So like suppose if two computers are connected, computer A and computer B. Okay, so that they are connected with wireless or wire. Okay, we call this wireless or wired. Okay, so this is also a network. Okay, so what is network? What is network? Okay, when two or more computers are connected together is known as network. Very simple, right? क्या होता भी network? When two or more computers are connected together is known as network. Okay, but what is networking now? Okay, so this is network. What is networking? Sometimes very small definitions we ignore, and when an interviewer asks, we get stuck. Yes, even though you know, but sometimes you are not able to say anything in interviews because you know, but maybe somehow you are not able to explain because you are trying to recall the bookish language, bookish, what we call the complex lines, chatur lines. Chatur? Three Idiots? If you guys know. So what is networking? Networking is the same thing when two or more computers are connected together is known as network. And when they share data and resources, is known as networking. Very simple. Right? When they share data and resources, when they share, लिखना भूल गया यहाँ पे. Okay, so just add share here, okay? So when they share data and resources is known as networking. Okay. Very simple. So now if I show you the practical directly, because I believe in little theory, little practical, and this is how you learn, okay? So what we are going to learn now, how we connect two computers, and I'll be going with the lab access. Because आप अपने laptop पे practical भी कर सकते हो. You can do practical, but I'll be, see, there are two tools. One, you can install Packet Tracer, but I will explain Packet Tracer later on. Okay, but now don't focus on, yeah. So you will be getting a lab obviously when, तो अब देखो जब भी ये लैब मिलेगा तुम्हें, okay, so you will be getting some like 2 PC lab something. Yeah, so you can see, so we want to connect two computers. Okay, so you can see this lab already have two computers. So this is Windows machine 2, this is Windows machine 3, and this is connected to a normal switch. Okay, so now I'm going to turn on, right click, start, and right click, start. मैंने तुम्हें इस वाली स्क्रीन पे ले आता हूँ, जस्ट होल्ड ऑन. थोड़ा बड़ा दिख रहा है मुझे. यस. ओके, सो नाउ यू कैन सी, है ना, दो कंप्यूटर है यहाँ पे. सो देयर आर टू कंप्यूटर्स, विंडोज 2 एंड विंडोज 3. एंड इफ यू सी हियर, so these are already connected to some switches. So we will not configure router right now because this is your first practical. Okay, so just click on this machine. OMG, Windows 7 inside that system, right? So I'll be going to enter the password. By the way, the password is, let me write down here. When you get the lab access, so this is going to be the password for all my Windows machines, test123. Okay, so likh lo kahin pe, write it down somewhere if you don't forget, test123, and T is in the uppercase. Okay, so you get this lab access for 6 months. So try to utilize, and after that also I'll teach you how to configure these labs in your laptop. Okay, not in between. Okay, not after the batch. So बीच बीच में मैं बताता रहूंगा कैसे आप सेटअप कर सकते हो. Okay, so our focus is not about softwares, our focus is purely learning. That's why we are giving you lab access. Okay, because a lot of people, what they say, okay, we will teach you CCNA, CCNP. Okay, so you have to install software in your laptop. The problem when you install in your laptop, you do not have the high RAM. So now suppose if window machine is taking 4 GB approx, this is also 4 GB. Linux also take 2 GB. So just to run some basic practicals, sometimes you need 16 GB laptop or more than that. That's why we understand that many students, they have only 4 GB laptop. That's why we are not asking you to buy the 16 GB, 32 GB laptop. Are you getting my point? That's why we invested a lot of money in buying the servers, and you are doing that labs on our those very high powerful labs. So ये पहली machine है. So the password is test123. Okay, so now you can see they both are connected with some cable. Okay, so we'll discuss about this cabling and all, but right now as a normal layman, अभी हमें सिर्फ ये समझना है, normal as a normal IT engineer, how two computers are connected. So this is Windows machine. I'll go to, you can see the first machine. Now I go to the second machine. So this is Windows 3. Okay, so now what we have to do, how these two machines will talk to each other when they are in the same subnet. So what is this subnet? Subnet means a group of IPs when they belong to same network, that's called subnet. Okay, so we'll discuss about this IP, but you can see very simple thing, 1.2, 192.168.1.2, 192.168.1.3. So as a normal guy, you can understand, okay, they are in same network. Okay, we'll discuss, but right now they are in same network. 1.2, 1.3. See, you can see the first three groups are same. Only the fourth group is different. So you will understand this in the subnetting class. But in this machine now, I go here and say a very simple shortcut ncpa.cpl. Okay, so this is a shortcut to go to your network connections in Windows. Okay, directly you go to your network connections or just go to control panel and just go to this network and sharing center. Go to change adapter settings. Okay, but the shortcut I told you ncpa.cpl. Okay, so you come down to this point, go to properties. In the first machine, you can see which IP address we are talking about, IPv4 or IPv6, IPv4 right now, but we will learn IPv6 as well. Go to properties. Now click here and give IP. So this IP is called static IP. तो हम ये जो IP दे रहे हैं, this IP, we call this static IP. Okay, so we have gateway right now? Please go and check lab. So do we have a router? Yes, but have I asked you to turn on the router yet? क्या मैंने बोला आपको राउटर ऑन करने को? No. Okay, so router is not on, so no need to configure default gateway. But when your router is on, then you have to give the router IP address like 192.168.1.1. But I'm going to skip this part because I just want to connect my two computers. Click OK. No need of DNS right now because you are not going to internet. DNS is required when you go to internet. Okay, in local network, DNS is not required normally. Okay, close. So once you give the IP, how you verify? Go to command prompt and type here ipconfig. Okay, so you can see I have assigned the IP address. Yes or no, guys? Okay, and what is this subnet mask? Automatically, this will come because this is class C address. We'll discuss about class A, B, C, something. But right now, you can understand this subnet mask tell you that this network belongs to some group. Okay, so you can see how many 255, 3255. It means the first three portion is the network ID. Okay, so now tell me 192.168.1. Okay, now second machine will also have the same 192.168.1, and this is how they understand they are in same network. Okay, now go to the second machine. Here also we go and type ncpa.cpl. We go here, properties, IPv4 properties. यहाँ पे हम देंगे 192.168.1.3. And don't say point. Okay, I have seen lot of people and even in interviews they say, sir, 192.168.1.3. Man, it's dot. Okay, okay, close. So now two machines are connected. You verify again IP config. So you can see 1.3, 1.2. So both machines are connected. How we verify that they are now connected? Tell me, guys. हमें कैसे पता चलेगा? How we come to know they are in same network now? Chitra, Encore is a different module. Once you finish the CCNA and RC, you can then join Encore batch also. Okay, so this is CCNA, CCNP, and RC, and don't worry somehow whether you take NA and core, whether you take NA and RC does not matter. You have to learn Encore and RC both at the end of the day, because when you give Encore and RC or Encore plus any other module, then only you become CCNP certified. Okay, and in now CCNA is not mandatory to give CCNP exam. Directly you can write CCNP exam. Okay. So we verify both computers with ping. Okay, we go to the first machine. So my IP is 1.3, 1.2. The second machine IP is 1.3. So I go to first machine and type here ping So what is ping, by the way? Ping stand for packet. So ping also has a full form, which is called packet internet gropper. Packet internet gropper. So it's basically a tool. ये क्या होता है? Tool होता है. This is a tool which is used for testing, which is used to test that other device is connected to me or not. So it work on one protocol called ICMP. We will discuss that all those things in advance. Okay, but as of now, you just understand ping is a tool to check the connectivity. तो ping हमारा क्या काम करता है? Ping is a tool to check the connectivity. Okay, so now I say ping 192.168.1.3. So you can see I can ping that machine, right? ये देखो. So I can see here 192.168.1.3 and I'm getting a ping response. So यहाँ देखो lost is 0%. How many packets lost? 0% loss because we sent 4 packets. हमने 4 पैकेट भेजे. We sent 4 packets. We received 4 also. It means by default Windows machine is sending 4 packets and we got 4 replies. But if you want to send more, then you can type ping -n. How many packet? Let's say 10 packets I want to send. Ping -n 10 192.168.1.3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we got. And if you want to do the continuous ping, okay, if you want to do the continuous ping, then you can type here -t. Okay, so if I'm not writing in these notes, so I would recommend you to buy a notebook and try to copy that. Okay, so this is called continuous ping -t. Okay, so now it means both the machines are connected to each other, right? So how about if I share a file that's not related to networking, my CCNA, but still I can show you. Suppose you have a folder. Yeah, so let's say simple pictures. So we want to share this folder with the second computer. I click here, share with advanced settings, turn on network discovery, all those things. Okay, turn off password protected sharing for some time. So I just go here, share, advanced sharing again. Okay, I have to make this. Okay, this is. Okay, we can go to properties, sharing. Yeah, you can see share this folder. Okay, share this folder, apply. Okay. You can see here, I want to add here everyone. Okay, let me share again what I've done. Okay, it's not. I think let me share another. I think it's a pictures folder. Okay, so let's create a folder here. Atul. Okay, and I just paste this picture here. Okay. Okay, so now I share this folder, share with specific people, go to everyone and add. So just give a read permission is okay, share. Okay, now the folder is shared. Okay, so now the folder is shared. How to access this from another computer? You just here type it /. I think this is forward slash only. Okay, so 192.168 IP address of the first computer. Okay, enter. So now you can see there is a folder Atul, and now you can copy this picture from that machine, right? And I can paste in my C drive. So what I did here, networking. Yes. So abhi हमने क्या पढ़ा? What is network? When two or more computers are connected together, that's a network. But when we share data and resources, when we share files and all, this is what we call IT networking. Clear everyone now? Network and networking. Great. Okay, so how big network would be? Like इतने बड़े network हो सकते हैं. So first of all, we have LAN networks, WAN networks, right? And some in book language you get PAN, MAN, lot of networks, right? So it could be a small network, it could be a big network, but the biggest network on the planet right now is submarine cable map. So the biggest network in the world is submarine cables. So submarine cables are undersea fiber cables. Okay. So this is all over the world. Okay. So not even a single country is connected to internet nowadays, right? All the countries have internet now. Okay. So you can see if I zoom in about my country. Okay. So I'm in India. So you can see there are a lot of submarine cables. And if anybody wants to learn about these cables, you just have to click on that single cable. So now you can see this is the biggest cable, 20,000 kilometer. And these, who are the owners? All ISPs in the world, they have invested amount. Like Airtel from India, Pakistan, UAE, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Tata. Because of all countries, you are accessing internet. Okay. So this is what we call submarine cables. And if I show you, this is the first cable in India, first what we call first submarine cable by India. It's by Bharat Lanka cable system. Okay, this is about from BSNL, 325 kilometer. Okay, so these are called landing stations, Tuticorin and all. Okay, so these are called landing points. And this is how, so mostly if we see in India, all the connectivities are in Mumbai because all they are undersea cables. Okay, so explore this website today. I would recommend you highly. If you really want to gain knowledge, okay, I can show you the direction, but you have to explore a lot of things yourself. Now I have given you the submarine cable. Okay, now it is your call how much you want to learn. So now you can see there is a cable called I2ICE. This cable is actually Airtel cable. Because now how I got to know? मुझे कैसे पता चला सोचो? Okay, it's not written in CCNP books that okay, Airtel has this cable. So when you explore things, you actually get more knowledge. So now if you go for Airtel interview and they say, okay, yes, sir, I know about, yeah, Airtel also has a I2I cable network from Chennai to Singapore. And the guy will be little impressed, right? At least you know about Airtel submarine cables. Clear, everyone? So that's the whole thing. So when you learn, you have to holistically learn. It's not about you learn only CCNA, CCNP, and I became the god of networking. No. CCNA, CCNP is just like 10th and +2 in India. Okay. तो अगर एनपी करके बैठोगे तो बस लगेगा +2 पास हो भाई. +2. It's like you are just taking school education. CCNA, CCNP is like that. Okay, but yes, that base knowledge is also very, very important because that's create the foundation of networking. So today we learned about how two computers connect to and what is network, what is networking. Okay, so and we have other devices as well. And nowadays internet is important because all my home networks, offices, everyone is connected to network, right? Why internet is important? What do you think? Internet traffic will increase or decrease? क्या लग रहा है? Obviously increase, right? Okay, and let me show you. मैं एक चीज वैसे तो दिखाना बनता नहीं है तुम्हें, चलो दिखा देता हूँ. Actually, I created a what we call, that's my for my something different pitch deck. शार्क टैंक वाली पिच डेक है मेरी. ठीक है, तो सो आई एम जस्ट शोइंग यू सम इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग व्हाट्स गोइंग इन द मार्केट. दिख रहा है क्या? या so you can see here DevOps market is also right now it's 9 billion, and it is going to increase by almost double in 2020. So this is the cloud market in the world. Right now we are at $483 billion, and this is how we understand what is the future of this technology, right? So you can see cloud technologies are going way beyond, and it's going to be bigger and bigger. जो आज हम क्लाउड देख रहे हैं ना, वो 4 गुना बड़ा होने वाला है. It is going to be 4 times bigger than in 2030. So again, the global network support will increase. Global net firewall market देखो. Right now we are at 3.1 billion in 2019. By 32, we will be at $42 billion market in firewalls. How cool! Because network security is very important. Okay, when you listen from people who do not know anything, okay, so just show them this screenshot. Okay, so this is the cyber security. Again, cyber security is also going to be the awesome thing. Okay, so that's what I wanted to show. So every field is good, if whether it is related to networking, cloud, cyber security, we all are going to grow when we learn properly. Okay, so uh, so internet is evolving. Internet users are getting increased day by day. So when you connect two or more computers together that form a network, that's called networking. Okay, and so what is WAN network? Wide area network. When you connect with the suppose you have an office in Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai. Okay, so when you have multiple offices, that's called WAN network. Okay. Uh, So एक काम करते guys, let's take 5 minutes break, okay? Okay, 5 minutes break. We will close today at 11:15 around, and we'll take your 15-20 minutes questions also. Okay. It's the first day. I do not want to become the strict teacher. Okay, take 5 minutes break. Okay, I'm back, guys. Okay, so some questions people asked me. Okay, let me Tulsi, Atul, time to go to work. I'll be watching recordings. Okay, Tulsi, I do understand. So by the end of the course, one will be able to take CCNA, CCNP exam, or do we need to get more practices? So after finishing the batch, there are some questions which you have to prepare. Okay, what we call sample questions and all related to what you learned, and then you will be able to crack the exams. Yeah, I already put my laptop on battery. Thank you, Rafi. Only a batch for CCNA, CCNP? Yes. So I'll be taking CCNA and RC. But if you have also taken the Palo Alto, that will be trained by a firewall guy. So I'm not a firewall expert. I am into routing, switching, service provider domain. So Palo Alto trainer is different. Okay. But I'll be taking your CCNA, CCNP. इंटरव्यू प्रिपरेशन इसी बैच के बीच में ही चलेगी यार, अलग से नहीं चलती. इंटरव्यू प्रिपरेशन विल बी इनसाइड द कोर्स. Yes, after completion of the course, you will get a certification from networkings, and also you can give Cisco exams. Okay. So currently we are working on that. We are trying to create our own certificates. We already have certificates, but networkings is also planning to launch our certifications. Maybe you will get certifications also. We are thinking to write the name like practical network engineer, something like that. Okay, तो वो भी हम कर सकते हैं. But we will modify little bit content. Okay, because we cannot launch a Cisco content with the name of our certification, right? So just to save some bugs, if people are not willing to pay for Cisco, maybe we can just plan something. We can plan our certifications. Okay, so we have done that lab. Let's say go further. Yeah. So अभी क्या करते हैं? Yeah. Yeah. So first thing, so network, what is network engineer? Network engineer का जो role होता है, what is the role of network engineer? If anybody is very new to this field, so typically they have good knowledge on network knowledge, and network engineers are not technicians, by the way, because lot of people they are thinking network engineers are the people who are doing this, like mounting the devices and all, or just uh, putting the LAN cables or WAN cables on the road. Those are network technicians, operators. Okay. But a network engineer, what is network engineer? Who is constantly update their knowledge on networking devices like Cisco routers, Juniper, firewalls. So this is what we normally do. It's a sitting job. Normally, it's not a field job. We do not travel. We do not go and mount. I'm talking about specifically in India. Okay. Because one of my good friend, after working in India for almost 12 years, he moved to Canada. He never worked like this in India because we have normal technicians in India. But now, with the 12 years of experience, with very high end knowledge, he is doing this work also. So it depends on country to country. Again, I'm telling you, in US, Canada, this is very normal. And maybe expert, even a CCI guy can do this type of stuff sometimes, not every time. But in India, that work will be done by normal network technicians. Okay. Maybe it totally again depends, but most of the time you are going to configure the devices. Okay, so how the big company network look like? Obviously, this is not the design. This is to explain you the devices. So network devices ये सारे हैं देखो. These all are network devices related to networking. Okay, so you can see first of all, let's start with very simple desktop. So what is desktop and laptop? You already using it, right? So then we have a device called printer to print the paper, camera. So all these devices. ये जो छोटे devices हैं, all these devices, small devices are called end devices. Which devices? End, END, end devices, because they are in the end of the network, right? ये सबसे नीचे लगे हुए हैं, end of the layer. That's why they are called end layer device, end devices. Then we have a device, you can see switch. So what is switch? Basically connecting multiple machines together is called switch. Connecting multiple switch together is a switch. And then we have a layer 3 switch. Then what is the need of switch and layer 3 switch? Interview question. What is the difference between layer normal switch or layer 3 switch? So basically layer 3 switch is like a router. It can do router wala stuff also. It can do routing also, switching also. But a normal switch can only do switching. You can only connect computers, connect with each other in the switch. But in a layer 3 switch, you can connect with routers also. You can connect with the firewalls also. So you can see now layer 3 switch is connected with one firewall, and there is a IPS device also, intrusion prevention system. It is to check the trojans, malicious attacks in the company. Emails वगैरह check करता है basically. It used to check the spams, emails, all those stuff. Router. So this is the router where we connect our internet. So behind this router we have a firewall. Behind this router IPS. Now best thing, if I tell you, now all this सर्दी होगी भाई, अक्टूबर एंड आ गया ना. So if you see here, now this router, IPS and firewall, so these all devices are replaced by one big device, which is called next generation firewall. वो IPS भी, it also do IPS, it also do firewall, it also do the functionality of router. So these NGWF the routers are Palo Alto firewall, checkpoint, and FortiGate. FortiGate, and Cisco also has a FTD, firewall threat defense. So these are 4 popular firewalls. There are a lot of other firewalls, but I think the proper NGFW, which is like combination of IPS, check the viruses, malware, okay, check the packet inside, that's called IPS. Firewall is to protect that no attacker can enter in my company network. Yes, because attacker will print a lot, will waste a lot of pages. I'm just kidding, right? Hacker will not do printing only. He can take the data and from this server. Maybe it is an important server, right? So this guy, okay, this guy, so can attack in my company network. That's why we place firewall. So why we use the firewall? So that nobody from outside can enter in my network. Firewall will protect me from outside attacks. Clear, guys? So then why this router is added here? Why router is added? Because router is a device to connect a different network. Connect, router का क्या काम है? Connect different networks. So obviously internet is what? Internet is a different network. My network, this network is a different network, right? So how you connect network with the internet? With the help of router. Because just take an example of your home network. You have a normal Wi-Fi router. Okay. So this Wi-Fi devices are connected. So why you have a router in your home? Because your home network is also a network. So your home network connected to internet. Internet is a different network. So that's why we place a router everywhere. Because a router is a device which is used to connect 2 or more different networks. Clear, everyone? So IPS is for viruses, for malware, for firewall is to protect you from outside attacks. So right now in the first class, I'm expecting that you understand only one-liners. One-liners समझ रहे हो? कि आपको बस पता होना चाहिए एक लाइन में इसका आंसर कैसे देना है. Okay, you should understand one-liners. Okay, so as a first class, now tell me what is router? Type in the chat whatever you know now. Let's do a quick activity. Try to write just one liner. What is router? Router is a device which is used to connect to different networks. Okay. Now tell me, what is firewall? I can see a lot of messages. Good, good. So it is a device which is used to connect two different networks. Very good, guys. What is firewall? Let's see. Firewall is to protect the incoming traffic. It is also help you to outgoing traffic. Means it's not about outside. It can also help people that this user cannot access facebook.com. Means it will protect from internal to outside. It will, but majorly the first priority of a router is to automatically block outside traffic. Okay, so just write block outside traffic. Block outside traffic. And the second thing, block outside traffic. The second thing, create policy. Policy means whatever policies you want to create policy according to the company. According to the company. So what kind of policy? Permit policy, that which user we should we permit, and deny means which user we want to deny. So create policy according to the company. So firewall is a network device which will block outside traffic, also create policies according to the company. And who will do that? हम लोग भाई, हम लोग. Not chat GPT. Chat GPT will help you to just give guidelines, okay? But clear now, router, firewall. Okay. So now tell me IPS kya hai? What is IPS? One liner. Detect and prevent malicious activities. Okay. What is IPS? Detect, पहले ढूंढता है. Detect and prevents. बचाता भी है. Detects and prevents malicious attacks or activities. Okay. तो ऐसे ही इसका ना एक भाई भी होता है. So IPS is called intrusion prevention system. Intrusion prevention system. Okay, the similar, there is a device not in the picture. Normally we do not use too much, you can say, but there is a device called IDS, okay, which is only for the detection. It will not prevent, you can say, intrusion. Intrusion means problem, okay? Intrusion detection system. Intrusion detection system. Now, this is also a network device which will monitor and analyze for threats. Okay, monitor and analyze. You can say monitor and analyze कि भाई अटैक हो सकता है नहीं हो सकता है ना. Monitor and analyze network traffic to identify potential security breaches or suspicious activities. Monitor and analyze suspicious activities. Very slight difference. IPS, intrusion prevention system, it will detect and prevent malicious activities, where this device will protect us also. यहाँ ये बचाएगा भी हमें, दिस विल प्रोटेक्ट ऑल्सो। ओके, बट आईडीएस इज लाइक मॉनिटर एंड एनालाइज, एनालाइज करना है, सिर्फ हमें देखना है, वी विल नॉट प्रोटेक्ट, वी विल एनालाइज, वी विल मॉनिटर, एंड देन मे बी अनदर डिवाइस, मे बी फायरवॉल, मे बी IPS will protect, but IDS will only observe. Yes, IPS is like kind of a radar system. Yes, we will only monitor. Okay, but IPS is actually a device which will protect also. Clear, wine liner? ठीक है भाई, आज तक नहीं आया था, देख लो आज पहली क्लास में इतना कुछ आ गया तुम्हें, पहले क्यों नहीं आए थे? चलो, देर से आए क्या वो, देर से आए लेट आए? नहीं नहीं, देर से आए लेट आए नहीं, कुछ है मुझे पता नहीं, याद नहीं आ रहा अभी। ओके, सो sorry guys if I crack little Hindi jokes, so if I get a time I will convert into subtitles in the video. हाँ, देर आए दुरुस्त आए। ओके, सो द थर्ड, लेयर थ्री। सो लेयर थ्री डिवाइस के बारे में लिखो भाई। सो लेयर थ्री डिवाइस इज, लेयर थ्री, लेट्स राइट फर्स्ट स्विच। स्विच क्या है? स्विच इज ए नेटवर्क डिवाइस विच कनेक्ट two or more computers together, two or more computers or network, let's say network devices, okay, which connects two or more network devices, or two or more network and end devices, network and end devices together, because this can also connect switches to switches, also router to router. So switch is a device which connect two or more network and end devices, or very simple, you just say switch is a network device which is used to connect multiple hosts. So in networking there is a term called host. Host क्या होता है? What is host? Any machine where we give IP address, okay, like server, desktop, tablet, laptop, printer. In every machine we give IP address, and so when you assign any IP with address, device with IP address is called host. Device with IP address in the technical language is called host. Okay. Devices with IP address is called host. Okay. So which is used to be which is used to connect multiple host, right? So now what is this layer 3 switch which is used to connect multiple host? Also it has like routing capacity. Like what is router? Connect multiple networks, right? Connect multiple or connect different networks, right? Router क्या था? Connect different networks. Connect different networks, right? So now understand the combination of router and switch is called layer 3. Okay, so layer 3 you can say it's a network device which do routing and switching both. Routing and switching both. Okay, where we assign IP called host. Yes, so any machine, computer, printer, server, desktop, IP phone, all these are called hosts also, because in sometime in the books it will be written the IP address is given to the host 1 and host 2. Okay, computers, printers, laptops, any device where we give IP address is called host. Okay, multiple host means multiple machines. Okay, yeah. Okay, now you see this. So there are some softwares in networking, okay, like management services and all, okay, which we'll discuss. Like Cisco has a software called DNA, okay, which we will discuss. So now you can see there is a device called virtual machine. What is virtual machine? Like there is one server, and if you create multiple machines inside that one server is called virtual machines. Okay, have you heard about VMware, guys? VMware, VirtualBox. Okay, so virtual machines. Why this diagram or why this topology is showing you virtual machine? Because in the real world, when you create a machine in cloud, okay, that's also a virtual machine, not the physical machine. Okay, so let me show you. It's very simple. As I mentioned, we all are here for multiple, we have to holistically grow. So suppose if I go to, okay, so let's build a virtual machine. Okay, so I can show you in VMware, but in my Mac, I think VMware is, I don't have, but it's okay. I can show you in a cloud. Okay, so you can see when you log in on this, what we call AWS. Okay, so there are a lot of services and all. What we call, you can see AWS console. You go to the console dot. So it's a free. I think you just have to use any debit card and all. And they will give you some 1 year free access. So you can see EC2. Okay, so just go and check my like if I have already created a few videos on AWS on our YouTube channel. Okay, so you can see day one job roles in cloud and all. You can watch those videos also. Okay, so you can see here EC2. यहाँ services में जाओगे. If you go to the services, there is a EC2 dashboard. Go to EC2 dashboard. So now you can see launch instance. Okay, so now you put a server name. Okay, let's say ABC. कितने गए सी? Okay, so now you want Ubuntu, you want Red Hat. Okay, what type of operating system you want to install? Okay, so ABC. Here I want to install the Windows. Okay, let's go with Windows. And in Windows machine, you want to use Windows Server 2022. You can see free tier eligible. Always remember you have to use the free tier eligible, because if you go with this one, it is going to charge on your credit card, debit card. Okay, तो आपने हमेशा free tier वाला चलाना है. Okay, so let me start a free tier something. Okay, so you can see it's also written free tier and all. So proceed, create. So I have to create a key here. I can also give a name, a key. Okay. So you can see all the rules. By default, everyone is permitted. Okay, so this is what basically this is called virtual machine. I'm just sharing that we can create. This is also a virtual machine. Okay, don't forget to stop. And within 1 minute, the server is ready. Just it's showing pending, but very soon we will be able to access this server. Okay, मुझे कितनी देर लगी सोचो, 1 minute भी नहीं लगा. Hardly took like few seconds, and my server got this public IP address. Okay, so you can see this is the public IP. From this IP, we will be able to access. And currently the instance state is pending. I think it will take 5 minutes. Okay, so this is what we call AWS. It's a global cloud platform. Okay, but as of now, you do not have to learn cloud first. If you have time, if you feel like Monday, Tuesday is I can spare some time. Okay, then you can check if you can attend AWS batch. Side by side, you have to learn. Or best thing, you join live batch, you get the knowledge, and plus you can attend all access pass, or maybe you can get any course from anywhere also, if or from networkings, whatever you like. Okay, So because on our platform, if anybody do not have time to attend live batches, okay, we have this what we call all access pass also, where you get around 50 plus courses. Okay, it has AWS, it because uh, uh, all the roadmaps, all these courses are inside that course. So if you are already expert, if you know lot of things, then this package you can also take along with live classes, so that you will learn lot of technologies and you can learn about the latest trends what are there in the market, and all the programs are delivered by experts. Okay, but if you are not in hurry, just attend this live batch, then after that we will plan. Okay, and if you are a fresher, you are looking for job. Okay, if you have already attended my batch, if you already enrolled, I would recommend you. There is another platform which is called skillsforeveryone.com, where we have very lot, like all the basic fundamental courses on free. Skills for everyone. I highly recommend everyone, all of you who joined my batch, those who are not joined my batch, I would highly recommend everyone make a challenge to yourself that complete one free course in a month. Because if you attend from multiple places, okay, then you learn more. But I can assure you, all my engineers who are teaching, like they are from the industry, because you cannot guarantee you are watching anything on YouTube. Maybe a guy who do not have the real world knowledge is teaching, right? So YouTube is like anybody can become a trainer, right? So that's why I'm saying, so your time is more important. If you spend 10 hours in any random course in Linux in YouTube, and if you spend 10 hours in this Linux course, you will have pretty better knowledge than anyone in the market. That's what I'm saying. Because when you learn the free knowledge, free skills and all, you can automatically add those skills in your resume. So this is like a gift for everyone. Happy Diwali from my side. This almost we have 20 plus courses free, and these are, I'm not saying they are very full courses, they are, but yes, 10 to 15 hours, but some courses are very free. Very free is not a correct word, right? It's free basically. So C++, like if you really want to learn coding, because in future maybe you have to learn automation, you can start learning about coding. You can see 31 hours of free content available on C++. Okay, so maybe Python, because in future you will be going to learn about network automation. So 18 hours of Python course is fully free, right? So ये कुछ चीजें हैं जो हमने बना रखी हैं. So it's better you can share with your friends, you can share with your juniors. It will definitely help, and we are working on that. More and more free courses will create. Okay, so my CCNA basic content is also available 8 to 10 hours. 10 घंटे का CCNA free है यहाँ पे. But in the live batch, we are delivering 100 plus hours. That's obviously the difference. Okay, but if you only want basic knowledge, because I think fundamental knowledge should be free, right? Yes or no? Fundamental knowledge free होना चाहिए, है ना? तो but when people are putting 5 months, 6 months, obviously those batches are not going to be okay. So this is what I want to say, and the server is almost ready. Let's go. ये देखो server ready है हमारा. If I click on the server, okay, so you can see migrate, connector, stop. So let's say connect, and so RDP client. So you can say download remote desktop file. So I downloaded. So now I double click on that. You can see my server is getting connected and it's asking the password. And that password, यहीं कहीं होना चाहिए था. It's been a long time because some mostly I use that Linux machines. RDP I'm checking. Okay, get password. You can see get password, and I have to upload that private key. Initially we downloaded एक pim के नाम से थी जो, yeah, and decrypt the password. This is my password. I copy this, and now I paste here. and continue, you can see continue. Don't worry, it's a part of your CCNA CCNP batch. Okay, that's why I'm showing you all this. So you can see Windows machine. I'm running inside a AWS. ये connect हो रही है, थोड़ा RAM slow है ना, because it's free version. Okay, so you can see Windows machine is ready, guys. Yeah. So you can create your server if you learn about Windows Server, Active Directories, and all. If you know those things, you can build a Active Directory inside a cloud. You can build DHCP server, DNS server. Okay, so all these things you can see Server Manager, and you can create your Office server in the cloud. Okay, so you can see how cool is that, and we are actually connected to internet also. And I think in cloud we get very high speed internet. You do not have to worry, because if you open the website, if you buy your own servers, right, then you buy internet link, then there are, see, watch my cloud video, then you will understand a little bit about what exactly I'm talking about. Okay, but I think that's a good overview to give a virtual machine introduction. So this is what we created, is called virtual machine. So already AWS has big data centers. So what is data centers? Where lot of servers are there in the world. Okay, so you can see. तो ये सब क्या होते हैं? So all these are called data centers, where we put a lot of servers, routers, switches, and all. And lot of engineers are required in the data centers also. Okay, like CCNP enterprise, what we are learning right now. After CCNP enterprise, you can learn about CCNP data center, which is little different than CCNP enterprise. But yes, so you can always take a digital tour of these. ये देखो. So always explore what exactly they are doing. Okay, so this is what we call updated knowledge होना चाहिए आपको. Okay, कि क्या चल रहा है. Our data centers, you can see this is how they could build AWS data centers. So when you actually love the technology, then only the technology will give you rewards, salary basically. So if you want high paying jobs, you have to love technology. A guy uh, without loving technology cannot be expert. Okay, तो ये था server. Okay, so we can close the server. Just explore website, AWS and all. Then you will get to know little bit side by side knowledge. And once you done with that EC2, go to instances and stop this instance. Remember always, and we have to terminate instance. Terminate means delete almost. Stop instance. Okay, so make sure you stop the instance, because else AWS will not able to charge you. Okay. Okay, so that's what we call तो RDP client. Okay, मुझे भी डर लगा, मैंने गलत स्क्रीन तो नहीं शेयर करी हुई थी. How to access skill for everyone? Just create account and access. Ping the website. Okay, free वाला दे रहा हूँ. देखो वो क्या टाइम पास के लिए, कि कभी कभी कुछ सीखना है तो यहाँ से सीखो. तुम्हें कम से कम जेन्युइन लोग मिलेंगे यहाँ पे. सारे लोग इंजीनियर्स पढ़ा रहे हैं, इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ. बाकी तुम जहां मर्जी से पढ़ो, कोई किसी को नहीं रोक रहा. राइट, बट दिस इज माय रिकमेंडेशन. Okay, so now if I go back, network devices हमारे कुछ कुछ हद तक हुए हैं basic आज. Okay, so read these line, these devices, router, switches, access point, and there is a device called WLC. Okay, so what is this wireless LAN controller? So basically, we will learn about this wireless LAN controller. Basic, like lot of, if you have seen college, university, a big hotel, you have seen lot of Wi-Fi devices everywhere, right? So obviously, they do not configure one by one. They configure all Wi-Fi devices from one location. That's why this is called WLC, wireless LAN controller. So this is like server of Wi-Fi devices. You can say control all Wi-Fi devices from this place called wireless LAN controller. Lot of companies are making wireless LAN controller. Cisco, Aruba, lot of other companies also. Okay, but Aruba, Cisco, Meraki, Cisco Meraki, Ubiquiti. Okay, there these are the 4 or 5 companies which are popular. Raxas. Okay, so ये 5-6 companies है. You can just see Wi-Fi devices. And wireless also has a good demand in the market if you actually learn wireless. But wireless has very limited what we call practical labs around the globe. Okay, because it's difficult. It's how you learn wireless when you actually join the companies. ये नोट्स मैं शेयर करूंगा निशांत, डोंट वरी. सो अब देखो, जब भी हम बात करते हैं नेटवर्क में, सो व्हेन यू लर्न अबाउट नेटवर्किंग देयर आर फ्यू थिंग्स वी नीड टू नो. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज ए टोपोलॉजी. सो टोपोलॉजी क्या होता है, व्हाट इज टोपोलॉजी? सो दिस डायग्राम इज कॉल्ड टोपोलॉजी. We call this diagram, we call this, in networking we call this topology. Okay, so what is characteristics of a network? The first is network topology. A network engineer has to understand network topologies. Okay, what is the design, what is the flow, all these things. Okay, then we talk about bandwidth and bit per rate. As I mentioned, like there is a website called fast.com if you want to check your internet speed, or speedtest.com, right? So now if you see, it is giving me the data at 130 mbps, है ना? 130 mbps, and there is going to be a different upload speed also, like maybe like this. And this latency will talk about upload, download, and all. Okay, so this is what we call bit rate. Everything in the networking is depend on the bandwidth. Okay, so the unit hota hai, the unit of bit rate is bit per second. Okay, so what is bits? 0 and 1 are called bits. Okay, so the calculation is bits per second, BPS, bits per second. So this is also called bit rate. Okay, so bit rate or bandwidth is also a measure of data rate in the networking. मतलब एक तो topology हमारी main होती है, topology is important, then bandwidth is also important, then availability is also important. That when you actually create a diagram, when you create your company network, you should have backup links, because if one link fail, you should have a backup. Okay, if one device fail, you should have a backup to go from another side. Like in a company, if you have only one internet connection, your company will not be able to access internet if one internet link goes down. That's why you buy 2 internet links. That's what we call availability. That instead of one ISP, we will go with the 2 ISP. Instead of one device, we will go with 2 routers. Because if one router fail, my company network will go down. If you remember, when I started the class, I told you that in a company, we actually add. Remember this, okay? What is network? When 2 or more computers are connected together is known as network. And when they share data and resources is known as networking, right? And when we talk about क्या था ये? Yeah. So when we design our company networks, like 2 routers, when we have switches, we have 2 switches. Okay, when we have normal switches, we have computers, laptops, Okay, so computers, laptops, servers. Okay, so these are just diagrams or what we call topology. So these two routers are connected to this, like this. We have multiple links, like one with this switch, one with this switch. So what exactly I'm doing? I'm increasing the availability. Okay, तो एक अच्छे नेटवर्क के लिए क्या अच्छा होना चाहिए? Availability should be good, which is also called redundancy. Technical word redundancy. Okay, redundancy, availability. Okay, so availability or redundancy means multiple links, multiple devices. Because if one router goes down, still this internet can go from this side. If this cable goes down, you can go from this side, right? So that's what we call availability band, and company should have a good bandwidth, right? Because if you do not have good devices, good bandwidth, your network will be choked. Choked means it is not going to perform very well. Okay, so switches, WLC, characteristics, bit rate, availability, reliability. So when you buy internet links, when you buy the network devices, they should be reliable. Okay, so if you buy just normal internet ISP, but they are not giving you good internet speed, then your whole company network will be in problem, right? So that's why you focus on four things. Okay, you focus on creating a best design of your company. Then you focus on the high bandwidth devices and the links. Okay, then you check about the high availability in your company, and then you check the reliability of your company network. Okay, now this is what I told you. This is going to be the answer for mostly when people ask you, okay, tell me how you, as a network engineer, how you will improve network performance. This is the answer. I will build the best topology design so that there will be no problem. Then I will focus on high bandwidth devices and links. Then I focus on availability. I will add redundancy links. And fourth, I will make sure I buy from the reliable companies, reliable devices, and reliable internet links. Yes. And this is very common. Normally, engineers will not only ask you technical questions, they will ask you these questions also, where they can ask you, okay, tell me how you will improve network performance. Okay, so you can't say, sir, I will configure OSPF. Right? So that's a configuration. That's obviously it's an advanced thing. Hai na? After that, there are a lot of other things, but I think that's okay for today. I do not want to go in deep dive today only. नहीं तो आधे लोग वापस चले जाएंगे कि हमें नहीं करना बैच, बहुत एडवांस जा रहा है. Okay, so yeah, I do understand. But yes, normally try to make a habit of attending 2 to 2.5 hours, because we are only doing 2 days a week. If I just imagine, if I make 5 days and all 5 days you have to come and learn. I hope now if we are learning 2 days, try to stretch a little bit. Okay. So that you have 4 or 5 days for your 3 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for your learning. Saturday, Sunday, enjoy, play cricket. World Cup is going on. Okay. So because I put 5 days, I have seen a lot of people, they do not learn then. है ना? क्या, suppose if they miss 2-3 classes, then they are not able to cope up with me. So you get enough time, right? So now I'm going to unmute everyone, but please ask one by one. Okay. Let's not make what we call, our social science ma'am told once a day, don't make fish market. Okay. One by one. Yes. Yes. Alok.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
गुड इवनिंग, गुड इवनिंग. अच्छी स्माइल है आपकी.
Thank you, sir. मैं क्या पूछ रहा था सर, ये very well we use layer 3 devices because in layer 3 devices we have both routing and switching options, na? So it can be used for both routing and switching. So very well we will use layer 3 devices. At that condition we don't need this router, sir, for our
Router has NAT basically. Router has a NAT functionality. NAT functionality, guys, mute those who are not speaking. NAT क्या करता है? NAT is like convert private IP into public IP. Right? Private IP into public IP. Your home router is also doing NAT. Layer 3 device do not have NAT capability. And there are some modules in router which do not have we do not have in layer 3 device. That's why Cisco is saying buy my layer 3 device for the mid level network. Mid layer पे जो device होते हैं, mid layer, okay? But
yes.
You cannot replace a router with layer 3 because the layer 3 device do not do NAT. So just remember this line. When you understand the NAT topic, then you will understand this more.
Okay, fine. Okay. Thanks.
Yes, any other guy?
Okay, Atul, Gaurav this side.
क्या गौरव?
आप है ना ये बेच के ना सर्विस प्रोवाइडर का कवर करोगे क्या?
सर्विस प्रोवाइडर मतलब कौन से लेवल पे पढ़ना है आपको?
जैसे बीजीपी जो आप बताते हैं ना, सो मैंने अभी क्लास अटेंड करी थी तो उसमें आपने बीजीपी कवर कर रहे थे आप काफी सारा. वो एनकोड था, बट ये एनआरसी तो इसमें कवर अप होगा वो वाला पार्ट?
एनआरसी में ही बीजीपी, एनकोर में तो बेसिक था.
अच्छा ठीक है, तो इसमें बीजीपी कवर है.
बीजीपी इसमें कम से कम 15 घंटे का बीजीपी पढ़ेंगे.
पर एमपीलेस नहीं ना इसमें?
एमपीलेस भी है, लेयर 3 वीपीएन तक है. L3 VPN is there, but for L2 VPN, for segment routing, which is very, very advanced technologies, then you have to attend the service provider batch, or the content is also available in All Access Pass.
Okay, ठीक है.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So introduction तो मैं बोलूंगा नहीं तो एक दिन हो जाएगा. Right? We'll discuss with you guys. Yeah. I'll always explain in English, Rafi, don't worry. Okay, so I think we'll connect tomorrow, guys. And if any, also, by the way, we have a lot of portals. Okay, let me give you overview little bit. Even after the class, if you want to ask questions and all, I can share with you all. Just hold on. Okay, so first of all, when you join Networkings, you get a live portal access. Okay, live.nwkings.com. Okay, so in this portal, you will be going to get your live courses. Okay, so every day you come to know, okay, today is my class or not, and you can download this application also. Okay, so it will give you notification. Okay, there will be a class or not or something like that. But just remember the day. Also, I'll be sharing a WhatsApp community link. Okay, we do not create WhatsApp groups because we respect their privacy. We do not share numbers with each other. That's why we build a WhatsApp community. And if I want to share any update about if there is no class, if I want to share about anything important, if there is a job vacancy, anything related to that, we will create a WhatsApp community. I think that link is also shared already with my team. Okay. If we have not shared, we will share again tomorrow. Don't worry. Okay. The second thing, as I mentioned, live portal is for live classes, and the other portal we have is for videos. Okay, so that is learn.nwkings.com, where you will be able to watch videos on Learn portal. Some batches we shift on another portal, which is, but I think this batch videos you will be able to watch on learn.nwkings.com. Okay, so live and learn both. Live is for live classes. Learn portal is to watch your videos. If you got any pre-recorded videos, like पिछले batch का अगर कुछ वो video content, suppose if you got it, so you will be going to watch here, learn.nwkings.com. Okay. So the only 2-3 things. And if anybody have not enrolled till now, suppose if you got a Zoom ID from your counselors or something, Then every time for admissions, you go to our website, obviously. Okay, fill any form. Okay, lot of forms on website. You just go and contact us. Okay, so this is where we enter our name and all. But if you face any problem during your lab, okay, because you will get a lab access, right? So when you're doing lab, but you are not able to log in, you forget your password, anything happened. So you can see already enrolled, but facing, there is a different WhatsApp number for that team, contact support. So you can see help.networkings.com and you can directly WhatsApp my team. They will get back to you on this. Okay, so just click on that and just share your problem. Okay, I'm not able to log in, I'm not able to blah blah blah, kuch bhi. Okay, and if they are not responding, okay, you can escalate to this number, you can call this number. These all three numbers are also there. So lot of things are there to support. And still, if anybody do not help you, you can always send email to me also. Okay, so I'll share my email ID with you so that but always follow the hierarchy. Go to contact team, support team, and if they do not resolve your issue, try to contact and all. Because when you are doing lab and all, and by the way, these guys are L1 engineers or L2 little bit. Means they can help you at basic level, okay? But do not expect, okay, please configure SD-WAN for me. That you can ask at trainers. Okay, agar aapko OSPF, if you have any configuration issue, BGP issue, okay, so you can ask in the live class. Okay, if you do not get time in the live class to ask question, then we have another portal which I'll be sharing with you. Okay, but yes, if anybody wants to take admission, they come here, chat, share your number and all. We will get back to you very soon. Okay, so let me stop the live stream so that I can share some private information. Thank you all who attended on YouTube today. So how was the class, guys? Good? Excellent? Enjoyed?
एकदम बढ़िया.
अच्छा, मजा आ रहा है ना?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है.
क्या था?
सर एक क्वेश्चन था.
या जस्ट एक सेकंड आ रहा हूँ मैं, एक सेकंड. सो YouTube लाइव बंद कर दूं मैं पहले.